Thread, has anyone ever experienced something like this in the woods? Posted by you, Noah Hislost, 14-year-old. Hey everyone, I don't usually post stuff like this, but I'm kind of freaking out, and I need to know if anyone else has experienced something similar. Last week, my parents thought it'd be a good idea for me to stay alone in our family cabin in the woods for a whole week. They said it was so I could learn some independence or whatever. I've been there before with them, but I've never been there alone. It's pretty deep in the woods, like miles away from the nearest town. Everything was fine at first. I spent the first day playing video games and hiking a bit around the area. The place was super quiet, but I didn't mind. I thought it'd be fun. But by the second night, things started getting weird. It was late, probably around midnight, and I was just lying in bed when I heard something strange. At first I thought it was just the wind, but it sounded like whispering. I couldn't make out what it was saying, but it was definitely whispering. It seemed to be coming from outside, so I ignored it and tried to go to sleep. I just figured I was imagining things because I was alone. The next night, though, the whispers came back. Only this time they were louder, and they seemed closer. I couldn't shake the feeling that they were calling my name. It was like they were just outside the cabin, right by the windows. I tried turning on some music to drown it out, but that just made it worse. The whispers kept getting louder, and I swear, they were saying, "Noah, Noah, come to us," over and over again. By the fourth night, I was genuinely terrified. I kept all the lights on and stayed in the living room with a flashlight in my hand. I didn't sleep at all. The whispers were everywhere in the walls, under the floor, and even behind the doors. They kept repeating my name, dragging out every syllable like they were trying to lure me outside. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to look around the cabin to see if I could find anything that might explain what was going on. In the attic, I found this old chest. I'd never seen it before, but it looked like it had been there forever. Inside, there were a bunch of old photos and some letters. But the thing that freaked me out the most was this diary. The diary belonged to someone named Sarah, and she used to live in the cabin a long time ago. Her entries started off normal, but as I kept reading, they got really creepy. She talked about hearing voices in the woods, about how they were trying to lure her outside. The last entry was written over 50 years ago, and it was barely readable. It said something like, "They are in the walls now. I can hear them all the time. They want me to join them. I can't resist any longer." As soon as I read that, there was this loud thump from downstairs. The whispers came back even louder than before, like they were right next to me. They were swirling around me, saying my name over and over again, "Noah, come to us." I ran downstairs, but the front door wouldn't open. It was like it was locked from the outside or something. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen just in case, and that's when I saw her, a woman standing just outside the kitchen window, staring at me. She looked just like the pictures in the chest. It was Sarah. She pressed her finger to her lips, and suddenly the whispers stopped. She pointed to the front door and whispered, "Come to us, Noah. It's time." All the lights in the cabin flickered, and the door suddenly flew open. I didn't think. I just ran. I sprinted into the woods, not even looking back. I could hear footsteps behind me, and that horrible whispering mixed with what sounded like laughter. I didn't stop running until I reached the main road, and it took me hours to find someone who would let me use their phone. My parents picked me up the next morning, but they don't believe me. They think I made it all up or had some kind of nightmare. But I know what I saw and heard. I haven't been able to sleep since, and sometimes I still hear those whispers, even when I'm in my own house. Has anyone else experienced something like this? What could it have been? I feel like I'm going crazy.